Hey guys, I want to give a quick announcement. Tomorrow I will not be posting for I will be very tired for I have something really important. As like you're literally listening to me like having like an very important thing. So yeah. But anyways, please do not be sad. I will be back the next day from tomorrow. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this. Bye. Mornings at the butterfly estate were fresh and bright. If attentive and early enough, you would be able to see the water droplets on the plants evaporate and rise up to the sky, slowly, so wonderfully and beautifully. Tanjiro woke up rapidly and silently. He stretched a little before letting out a long sigh and smiling. I should surprise Yin with morning breakfast, the redhead said to himself, smiling. When he then looked at his side, seeing Zenitsu sleeping with a faint, pained expression. Tanjiro's smile faded into a cold gaze. Zenitsu reeks of poison. He's still not ready to go to recovery training. Good riddance. Tanjiro readied himself before heading out of the infirmary and to the kitchen. Surprisingly, Ayoi, one of the nurses at the butterfly estate, was wide awake and preparing food. Good morning, Tanjiro greeted. So you're awake, Ayo hummed. Can I have some rice crackers, please? The boy asked shyly. And maybe some mochi? Just a few. Here you go. The blue-eyed girl replied, handing Tanjiro a small tray with an aftermental treats. Thank you. Tanjiro beamed, walking out of the kitchen. After a couple turns and twists, Tanjiro was finally in front of your assigned room. The soft scent of sweet perfume and small notes of rain dew could be smelled from outside your room. Kayaka's scent was faint, but also there. It was a scent that could uncasually make you smile and feel malicious. With no more time to waste, Tanjiro knocked on the door softly. Good morning. The door lightly opened on its own. Tanjiro widened his eyes. There was no one there. Yin? Tanjiro began running through the corridors, looking around and calling out for you. He did his best not to drop the food. Yin? So noisy, a small voice said. Tanjiro instantly looked behind his back. It was Kayaka. He was just leaving a room, rubbing his left eye and closing the door with his right hand. Kayaka, where's Yin? Tanjiro panicked, holding the small kid's shoulders. Training, Kayaka said with a matter-of-fact tone. Hado woke up 2 hours ago or so. Shinobu-san just woke me up. Okay. Tanjiro smiled nervously, letting go of Kayaka, who motioned the redhead to crouch. Kayaka grabbed a rice cracker and stuffed the mochi in his Haori pockets before running. Sorry, but Basinosuke must eat something too, Kayaka said, soon disappearing. Tanjiro shook his head with a small smile as he walked outside the house and into the patio. Indeed, there you were. But not training in a way Tanjiro would thought you would. Oh, I'm gonna butcher all these names. Ooh. Kamakura I Kame, Tosimura Kasuma, Kamaruji Kamuto, Kamarukumu, no Matei no Wo, Motsita, Samarita, Kumuzu, Sameki no Mataru. You chanted, eyes closed and your legs neatly folded below you. You were sitting on top of rock that was placed over a fire. On your head, there was a basket of rocks. Somehow you were sitting straight and with no bother at all. Tushi no hamiri no tashimi o bono no aki hari ni shitumo harumi tasumo taki ni tashimota haridoku o kitama tishi. Sorry if I butchered any of those, by the way. Yin, that's dangerous, Tanjiro exclaimed, ready to get you off the flames, but Shinobu stopped him from doing so. Hana-chan knows what she's doing, she said with a small smile. It's also very bad to interrupt during their someone during their prayers. Will she really be okay? Tanjiro seemed worried and frightened. If you trust her and love her enough, you should know that answer already, the insect pillar replied, still smiling. She then placed a hand on the side of her face. Now that I look closely, she reminds me of the rock pillar. She definitely looks like Hamijin. A loud voice laughed, but not in a mocking manner. Shinobu and Tanjiro looked back. It was Rengoku. Good morning, Rengoku-san, Shinobu greeted. I thought you were already went on your mission. I finished early so I could see what kind of training Hanoa-san does, Rengoku said with a gallant smile. Well, that's a good excuse, but Shinobu's sweat dropped, trying to keep her smile. What about everyone else? I forgot. Michiro hummed, looking intently at you. Finished my mission early, Iguro said sternly. I was definitely passing by, a pink and green-haired girl said with an unamused smile, blushing nervously. Who cares? Sanmi scoffed, looking away. I haven't been called to any mission, Izumi said, unwillingly interrupting Gyo. I was curious to see what kind of training Hana-san does, Hajimin replied, tearing. Such training for such a young, small child. What a strong girl. Ume abi buso. How much has she been there? Uzui asked, pointing at her. About 2 hours, Kayaka replied, munching on the rice cracker. All of the pillars looked at him. What is that? Shouldn't you be in the clinic room, Kayaka-san? Shinobu said. I already sterilized all the items and prepared the ingredients and things for the experiment. Kayaka shrugged. I also made erigiris. Aw, such a hard-working little child. The green-eyed female squealed happily, picking up Kayaka and prancing around with him. You're so adorable and cute and smart. I just want to adopt you and raise you as my child. Please don't. Both Kayaka and Iguro muttered. I apologize, but I'm afraid he is already under my care, you said, waving your hand over the fire, extinguishing it. Once you got off the rock, you bowed. Good morning to you all. I bought you something. Tanjiro hurried next to you, handing you a tray of rice cakes and that you would gladly accept. Thank you. But before you could take a bite of your food, you glanced at the pillars that stood close to you. May I help you? Why are you arranging chants? What kind of training is that? Iguro said with slight poison in his words. My breathing technique's main drive is the grace of the gods. Strengthening not only one's body and mind, but also the soul is a must-do, he replied calmly. Of course, I must also hone and perfect my swordsmanship skills, but the gods are always first. You think you can take care of Hanoa-chan and train her, Hajime-san? Shinobu asked, looking at the tall, blind man. You two share the same type of ideals and training. Wasn't supposed to Yin stay here with us? Tanjiro opposed. I was hoping the same, but since Hajime-san is already here, why not let her grow through a more fitting manner? Shinobu said. As pillars, we are more experienced and can give great advice. Maybe I can train her? I don't know. Michiro hummed, looking at the sky. She can learn how to attack quicker and more effectively. Why don't I train her? Izumi said proudly, striking a flamboyant pose. She wants to have a more flamboyant and strong breathing technique? I'm the man for that job. No, let me, Mitsuri said, jumping as she raised her hand. I can teach her how to move flexible, and the pink and green hair twirled cutely before speaking in a sing-song manner. Feminism. She will be super cute and super strong, too. I can also... Togeda was interrupted once again. Maybe I should do it, Rengoku announced, crossing his folded arms, and staring. Where is he even staring at? I will definitely make her stronger, and she will learn lots of battle tips. I want to see how far she can calm her high horse attitude last. Let me have her, Iguro said with a dark aura. I will show no mercy if she dares to train with me. Sanmi spoke, emitting the same evil aura as Iguro. As much as I appreciate everyone's offer, Shinobu clasped her hands together. I think Hanoe-chan is more suited under Hajime's hand, if it's not a bother, of course. I will do my best to bring out the strongest version of herself that Hanoe-san can become, Hajime said between tears. Wait a minute, Tanjiro exclaimed, getting everyone's attention, including yours. He jolted before he continued. Maybe Yin can just stay for today. She barely arrived yesterday, so she must feel very tired and stressed. Yin has always been quite quick to stress, you know. Tanjiro, you whispered / yelled at the redhead that held you by your shoulders. She looks pretty unstressed and energetic to me. Stressed and tired, I tell you, Tanjiro interrupted the gray-haired male. Well, stretching and dancing always gets me in a better mood, Mitsuri beamed, snatching you away from Tanjiro. Let's go to my estate. We'll dance and sing lots and eat pancakes with tons and tons of honey, and we'll talk about boys, and we'll have sleepovers and pillow fights. It's going to be so much fun. Hold it right there, Missy. Uzui held you by your waist and lifted you away from the pouting female's grasp. Yin's supposed to train, isn't she? With me, the most flamboyant of all pillars. Yin will become the second most strongest and flamboyant demon slayer that anyone has ever seen. Even the gods will envy her. A small rock suddenly flew towards the red-eyed neck, to which a small male reached and caught the rock, letting you fall into Michiru's arms. Sorry, Izui fumed. Hey, that's unfair. How about stargazing, cloud-gazing, and looking for butterflies after your training, Yin-chan? Michiru smiled dimly, setting you down. You blushed lightly, shyly looking away. Stargazing, cloud-gazing, butterfly-gazing? Give me a fucking break. Sanmi growled, separating Michiru from you. She needs to fight and train until either she faints or her bones break. Now, everyone, please calm down. Shinobu tried to reason, but soon got interrupted. If you're going to flirt with her instead of train her, then you should fall into the well and die. Iguro glared at Michiru, who was boredly sticking his tongue out at the albino in front of him. Sanmi and I will do our job properly, unlike all of you. Treating poor Hano-chan's sores like a rag doll. You're definitely no good, Rengoku said, shoving away Sanmi and Iguro, and knelt in front of you. Become my Sudoku. I will look after you as well and make you the finest of demon slayers. You are more than nervous and stressed now. All this overwhelming actions and presence were too much for you to bear. Never have you experienced situations such as these, which made you highly confused and unable to do a thing. Enough! Kayaka yelled, making everyone look at him. I know you're trying to do, and I don't like it one bit. All the male pillars seemed to sweat nervously. Kayaka placed his hands over his hips. The only man in Hado's life are Basuke Nosuke and Tanjiro. Kayaka! You scolded the small boy as you carried him. You then looked at everyone. Perhaps we can reach an agreement, if you allow me to? Go ahead. Shinobu smiled. Mitsuri nodded. I think I will train for 32 days. It seems like a reasonable time for 8 pillars. You mumbled, looking at the ground. 2 pillars shall train me for 4 days, until the 32 days are over. The order in which we will decide who goes first and so on is determined through a fair draw. Is anyone opposed, aside from Tanjiro? No objections, Rengoku stated proudly. I don't mind. Such a flamboyant and just way to decide, as expected of a God-blessed child. Okie dokie. Fair decision, young girl. I agree. No objection. This is bullshit. Ugh, whatever. Their names were written into small papers. The order in which the names were selected was as followed. Number 1, Michiru Togeda. 2, Mitsuri Kanroji. 3, Uzui Tengen. 4, Hajime Gome. 5, Tokira Gyu. 6, Rengoku Kojiro. 7, Shinagawa Sanmi. And 8, Iguro Obanai. None of you asked for in-between days. Please be respectful and do as you want others to do. You said, setting Kayaka down and bowing. I must prepare my belongings and farewell my friends before my departure. Let me help, Tanjiro offered, hurriedly running after you. Bye-bye, Mitsuri giggled, waving you goodbye. She then squealed happily, prancing out of the estate. I have to prepare her clothes and what food I will serve and where she will sleep. Oh, in my room, of course. Now we could have sleepovers. If she had another room, let us leave too then, Shinobu said, holding Kayaka's hand gently. We have lots of stuff to do, and since Ayoi and the others will be busy these days, I managed to make syringes and needles that don't hurt, Kayaka beamed, walking. Is that so? Shinobu smiled, and Kayaka nodding. My test subject was Zenitsu. I have a mission to attend to, Hajime said, rubbing the prayer beads that rested on his hands. Please treat Hano-san with respect, for even if she is strong, she is still a woman, a human being. The remaining pillars glared daggers at Michiru, who seemed to ignore everyone by staring at the sky. The sky is bright and warm, like Yin-san's smile. Michiru hummed with a noticeable blush and a small smile. And that bird is so small and cute. Like Yin. Don't ignore us! Most of them all yelled in unison. You just arrived yesterday. You can't leave, Tanjiro said fearfully, watching you pack your essentials in a bag. What if it's too cold? What if they treat you wrong? What if a demon appears? Tanjiro, I'll be fine, you said, pecking his lips quickly before resuming what you were doing. He blushed. I know you miss me already, but that you care a lot about me. But I assure you, I'll be fine. I will send you letters whenever I get free time, all right? All right, Tanjiro nodded sadly. He then looked at you with despair once again. I don't trust those guys, Yin. Pillars or not, I just can't. You're worse than Zenitsu, you sighed heavily, adjusting your bag and walking towards the infirmary. Well, I haven't told him yet, but I'm sure he's going to be more comprehensive than you. Because he doesn't love you like I do, Tanjiro said, soon getting cut off by the infirmary door sliding open. Zenitsu rapidly looked at Tanjiro with dismay, but the blonde's disgust face soon fell into a pained one. Zenitsu whined before shrieking himself into bed. Hi, Yin-chan. Zenitsu smiled widely, coughing lightly even. What's the bag for? Hano is going to train with the pillars, Kayaka beamed, feeding Inosuke. She's what? Inosuke suddenly got on his feet, standing on the bed. Kayaka fell on his butt against the floor, and the food on the tray was now everywhere on the bed. A small "I'm okay" was from Kayaka could be heard. Careful! You panicked, helping Kayaka up and grabbing Inosuke's arm to sit him down on his bed. I'll go train with the pillars to become stronger. I'll be gone for 31 days and 32 nights. You should recover as soon as possible. You can protect Kayaka while I'm gone. He has really high expectations towards you. Inosuke's anger seemed to ease down. Now he was smirking with confidence as he put his war mask on. I'm gonna get better before everyone else. Once you see how strong I'll become, you'll become my wife for sure. Inosuke, that's not. You immediately got interrupted. Follow me, Monoya. Time to exercise until we fall unconscious. Inosuke crackled, setting Kayaka on his shoulders and running out the room. Yes, bossy Inosuke. Kayaka cheered. Inosuke, you already have your own training assigned, you called from the window. And don't take Kayaka to join your Shinra's. Inosuke! Let him be, Zenitsu said through heavy breaths. At least Inosuke is back in the mood again. When will you be okay? You asked softly, caressing the sleeve from Zenitsu's medical cloth. I don't know, Zenitsu said with a small whine. I was okay yesterday, but today it hurts again. Oh my, you said with a wince. Will you come check up on me? Zenitsu asked with hopeful eyes when he looked at his lap. If it's not a bother. I can't, you said loudly, interrupting Tanjiro. I'll be very busy, but I can at least send you letters. I understand. Zenitsu smiled as bright as he could. Do your best. I know you'll be great. Thank you, Zenitsu. You smiled kindly, letting go of his clothes and kissing Tanjiro goodbye one last time. I will send you a letter as soon as I arrive where Michio-kun's estate is. Love you. Take care. Tanjiro said sadly. Go to your training. I'm sure they're already waiting for you. You laughed lightly. I forgot! Tanjiro exclaimed, making you laugh again. Well then, you said, easing your laughs. See you! Yay, it's your guys' training arc. For a couple of chapters, it will be your training arc. And by the way, I don't know if you'll become a Hashira because it's been a while since I read this. But but anyways, it's your training arc. You will become stronger and maybe have some more yanderes in your bag. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. And remember, tomorrow I will not be posting. But anyways, I love you all. Bye!